Hey everybody, it's the Kamookster, and today we're here for Agatha All Along episode 4. To recap on the last episode, the witches entered the first trial of the Witch's Road, which tested Jennifer, and basically Mrs. Hart died, and other than that, things went pretty well. This episode is called If I Cannot Reach You, Let My Song Teach You, and it starts with Agatha saying something really strange to Mrs. Hart's corpse.
Didn't think you had it in you.
Billy is digging her a grave while the other witches are just kind of chilling and talking. During this chilling and talking, we find out that Alice's mom actually died on the road, so we got a little bit more information on that. And from this point on, it's pretty clear that this episode is going to be centered around Alice. Now, the rest of the witches kind of want to stick around for a little bit, say some nice things about Mrs. Hart, but Agatha does not give a single shit. She wants to get going, keep walking the road. And yeah, the witches kind of get mad at her for it. And yeah, in my opinion, the other witches knew the risks of the road, while Mrs. Hart didn't. Agatha is ready to get a move on before that bitch is even in the ground, bro. Can you at least let them bury her first? Now, how are you gonna walk away from a corpse like that, bro? She's still warm. She is still warm. Now, the other witches are kind of worried because they're down a member and you needed 5 to enter. But Agatha lets them know that you technically don't need 5 to leave. So yeah, the loss of Mrs. Hart, not that bad.
A woman is dead, Agatha.
Yes, and Alice and Teen are kindly digging a grave for her. So they'll catch up when they can. Vamonos! Oh!
But on top of that, they realize that they need an Earth Witch still, because they still have the trial of the Earth Witch. So in order to replace Mrs. Hart, they decide to summon a backup witch, which is, the one from the first couple episodes, is the Parks and Rec girl. Her name is Rio, and she wants y'all to know that she's not just a Earth Witch.
Less a green witch, more the green witch. More the green witch. More the green witch.
After a little bit of walking the road, they come across this house, which is most likely Alice's childhood home because she does not want to go in there at all.
Pass.
This practically confirms that this is Alice's episode and therefore her challenge. They enter the house and get transported into these groovy outfits, and dude, I'll just tell you right now, there is tons of side boob in this episode. I mean, tons. I was surprised that Agatha and Rio didn't end up scissoring in the living room, after all that, because their tension, a lot of sexual tension there. There was clearly some type of history between those two, I'll tell you that much. Billy searches for clues while the other witches go ahead and start exploring. And it's kind of weird. The walls of this house are lined with arts of witches being tortured to death, burned, drowned, smashed by rocks, all sorts of things, it's kind of strange. In his search, Billy screws with this record, which cues us a really loud and annoying ass song to play. And apparently that was a curse. The curse begins to burn Lila, and Alice uses her protection magic to help her out. Then the curse begins to take on Jennifer, and Alice does the same exact thing, and we start to realize that this curse is coming after them one by one. The curse knocks Billy across the room, and the witches are defenseless. The curse comes after Agatha, and they realize that the curse is some living being. It's like a harpy. It kind of looks like Red She-Hulk, from the comics. I don't know if you guys know about her. I forgot her name. I'll put it up there, right there. The witches realize that the best way to break the curse is to sing, which is kind of corny. Also, I think it's kind of dumb that the curse is, a living thing. That doesn't make sense. Why would a curse be alive? Are you creating life by cursing somebody, or is that the witch that originally bestowed the curse onto them, taking the form of the curse, like a clone or something? Or is that just straight up her? I don't know if I would ever be that much of a hater to haunt multiple generations of people. This curse is apparently harming all the female members of Alice's family. So yeah, it kind of sucks. But don't you worry, they killed the ugly ass curse with a bunch of music, and I skipped this part because I didn't really want to hear the song, but apparently at some point Billy gets stabbed or scratched or something, and he's gonna die. But not to worry, because they still have Jennifer. She happens to have some McDonald's Sprite on her, and she pours it on the room, completely healing Billy back to perfection. Now, during this entire time, Agatha was like really stressing. Like, Agatha seems to think that Billy is her son. No, because notice, every time that Billy's in trouble, Agatha's the first one there. Like, she rushes every single time. Like, here, look at the time the weird demon thing threw him across the room. Boom, Agatha runs right to him. And then when he falls because of his wound, she's the first one over there. Not to mention that when the curse is revealed, she places herself between Alice and Billy as like a protective, like, you know, stance. But nope, I refuse to believe it. I've been calling our best boy Billy for the past like 3 episodes, and I'm not gonna stop now. So yeah, that's Wanda's kid. Even though it is definitely Wanda's kid, Billy and Agatha are definitely, you know, developing a mother-son bond, and I kind of like it. It's sweet. The witch is not involved in the conversation between Agatha and Billy. Sit around this campfire. Pretty sure they begin to imply that Jennifer is no longer bound by the curse that prevents her from doing magic. And Lila basically confirms that vampires exist in the MCU. Hopefully that means good things for Blade. Hopefully that movie doesn't just keep getting delayed until they think we forget about it. Rio and Agatha have another tender moment, and this relationship is kind of creepy because I'm pretty sure Rio is Lady Death. Pretty sure. I'm not like, it wouldn't make much sense if she was, but I think she is. Also, the age gap is kind of screwing with me. I don't know. Rio basically confirms that Teen isn't Agatha's son.
That boy isn't yours.
And now Billy is 100% Billy, rather than 99.9. Okay, so I'm in the middle of editing this video and I had a couple random theories. So my first theory is that actually Jennifer never bound. She was never bound. This dude, because the dude that bound her apparently bound her without magic. I don't think she's bound. I think that it's just like supposed to be some type of like power dynamic, like allegory for men and women. So she's bound, but not really. Like, she can use her magic the whole time. She could have. Second one is that Rio is like some type of death, Lady Death thing. She wants bodies, right? Like, that's what we know right now, that she wants dead bodies. I think that she's gonna try and take Billy from Agatha. Like, she's gonna kill Billy or something, or take him away. And Agatha's gonna have to choose between her relationship with Rio and her relationship with Billy. Girlfriend and girlfriend versus mother and son. So yeah, I think she's gonna choose Billy, and that's gonna be like a big thing. So yeah, I'm right, by the way. I'm right. Like, I'm right. I know I am. I'm right. I'm gonna come back to this, and I'm gonna like gloat about how right I am, because I know I'm 100% certain on both theories. All right, enough with the boring Agatha stuff. Joker came out yesterday. We're probably like 2 days away from now, because I'm not gonna post this video today, which is Friday. Yeah, that works. Anyway, the Joker came out, and it's a musical for some reason. Joker 2, that is. I forget what the name's called, but it's some French thing. It's supposed to be classy or something. And apparently it really sucked. Now, we did get like Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga as co-stars. Like, that's pretty interesting. Like, weird combination, don't you think? I don't think that Lady Gaga was the type to act and stuff. Oh, well, there was the American Horror Story like things, like she acted, but she didn't sing in any of that. And she did sing in the Joker 2 movie. Yeah, of course. Like, if you get Lady Gaga, she better be singing. The movie is a musical, actually. Yeah, there's multiple song and dance scenes, and some people like that, a lot more didn't. And I'm one of the people that doesn't give a shit because I didn't watch the movie. People are saying that this is basically a completely different movie than from what the source material was from. Like, the first Joker was like some dark, gritty, grounded origin story of Arthur Fleck, the Joker. It follows like basically what is an average dude, like that was dealt bad cards, that has a bad day, and you know, ends up in a mental ward. And this movie is just something completely different, like the fantasy of some deluded guy. And maybe that was the point. But the most important part of it was the ending. The ending. People hated it. I kind of thought it was funny. The ending is that the Joker we were following for these 2 movies, he gets completely shanked in jail. Like, he gets stabbed to death. Yep, and that's where the movie ends. have a good weekend.
We demolish arguments in every presentation that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5.
How about I get you what you fucking deserve?
Okay, so here we see a fan of Joker, or at least a fan of his actions during the first movie, i.e. you guys. You guys liked the first movie, I'm assuming, and you wanted to see that happen again in Joker 2, or something similar, like a continuation. So did this guy. This guy's upset because Joker's been basically dicking around in courtrooms since then, and you're upset because you wanted a direct continuation of Joker 1. He shanks Joker in the stomach, and you shank Joker in Rotten Tomatoes, and like, the whole question is, why does it really matter who Joker is? Like, how is this a bad ending? Okay, I think the real Joker would laugh at this shit right here. Honestly, it doesn't matter who Joker is. He doesn't have to be Arthur Fleck. Joker has to be stopped, bro. I mean, seriously, when has the identity of the Joker ever mattered? What does he have to lose? Family? Are you serious? Y'all should be thanking God that it wasn't Jared Leto that walked in with a knife, okay? So yeah, y'all can believe whatever you want to believe about Joker 2, but what we're all missing is that Matt Pat, the GOAT that he is, predicted all this shit like 5 years ago off the trailer of Joker 1. So yeah, was the Joker movie bad? Probably, yeah, I think it was pretty bad. But the ending is not what like throws it into like disarray. I think the ending was fine, okay?